Hi guys, it's your guy Friday Straits. Welcome to my channel. I'm actually here to discuss about the weekly focus on GBPUSD. After GBPUSD, I'm going to be doing my analysis on Bitcoin today. I'm actually going to put the coming week in focus. I'm going to be putting the forthcoming week in perspective. We're actually going to analyze the market, what will happen in the coming week in the financial market. Guys, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel at Friday Stress. Follow me. I have other socials. You can actually chat me on WhatsApp. I'm going to be dropping my WhatsApp number below this video. I offer a mentorship program where I give you in detail. I offer you in details what's happening in the financial market, how the market is going to be booked, and all that. Guys, let's go into the chat. I'm going to be discussing about GBPUSD today, telling you what is going to happen in GBPUSD in the coming week. You got to be very focused for you to understand what is happening in this market, and diligently you follow me, and you get what you actually want. There are some things that are beyond the scope of this class that I'm not actually those things, discussing those things to you. I'm not going to be revealing those things to you because this is a free class, just a free class on YouTube. But if you want to be part of my inner circle, I'm going to be dropping my WhatsApp number below where I will go in depth and analyze everything that is going to be happening in the market to you in details. So let's go into the chart. This is a daily chart on GBPUSD. After this analysis on GBPUSD, I'm actually going to be analyzing Bitcoin for you. You know, I gave you the future of Bitcoin some time ago, and I was telling you what is going to be happening in the crypto market. So for now, let's go into GBPUSD. This is the daily time frame. This is the major range. I discussed about range in the market some times ago, and I was explaining the range. I told you that the range is when the last structure that actually caused a break of structure that caused the market to create a new high. This is a new high because it broke this structure. Briefly, this was liquidity, and like I always say, most of the times I told you that there are only two things that happens in the financial markets. It's either the market is offering you liquidity or it's actually going to mitigate the liquidity that it has offered. That is in a layman's term. The two things that happen is that they create liquidity. They make people to believe that this place is either support or resistance. Like this place, they made you to believe that this is a strong resistance where the market pushed, it fell to break, it pushed again, it fell to come down. This in the retail mindset, this is just support and this is resistance in the retail mindset. Then the market had to push again and fell to create a new high. What does it indicate? The average retail trader sees this thing as this is a strong resistance that the market is holding. But in the mind of an institutional trader who understands how the market is booked, you would actually understand that this is all liquidity that the market is creating. They are making you to believe some of these false structures. These are just false structures that are piling up people's stop loss, making them to believe, and they will just strike them away from the market. And that is what they have actually succeeded in doing from the both side. If you see, this was a resistance and this was a support. People put their stop loss here. Some people put their stop. Those who bought this market here put their stop loss below here. Those who sold this market here put their stop loss above here. They are interested in this because it is only when they take your stop loss that your money becomes their own. The market makers cannot actually come to your pocket. They don't even know you. The only thing they do is that they see your orders, they see how you are booking it, and they are manipulating you. They manipulate you into believing some of these things. These are false resistance and false support. So let's go into the chart. On a daily, when the market was coming, you saw this was a measuring gap. This was a measuring gap. Guys, there are some things that are beyond the scope of this class. I will just glance them briefly and then go into what we have today. This was actually a breakaway gap. What caused the breakaway gap? You have support here. This is liquidity. And if you take this chart from the other side, you realize that you had another support here. That's liquidity too. Is you now have a double bottom here. What is the principle? They will manipulate it. They will strike away these people. They have actually taken these people away from the market. This is what we call a breaker. It's a manipulation in the sense that they will manipulate you. Just a breaker, a 3 candle move. They move with 3 candles. Most of the times 3 candles or 4 candles. That is what they do in the market. Guys, they are not coming back to this place again. They know that they are trapping some traders here who actually saw this in breakaway traders who saw this market and say, okay, this market is breaking down, this market is breaking. Oh shit, you are now, they have actually smashed you. They are not coming again this place again. They are done with this zone. They are not coming back to this place again because they know they have some traders that they trapped in that place. Briefly, let me remove some of these markups. Now, where did the market actually went to? This market came into this fair value gap. Why did they came into this fair value gap? Just to mitigate it. In the recent, this is level 2 trade. This is level 2 trade on a smaller time frame. Like I told you earlier, it's just manipulation, just manipulating people, taking people out of stop loss on the both side. That is the only thing that the market makers does in the market. For you to actually understand these things is the secret. Once you get this secret of how they book the market, you won't have any issues. Let me go again. Let me explain this in details. This was actually sub resistance, and this was resistance on the other side too. This was support on the other side too. You have liquidity on both sides. Guys, there are some things that are beyond the scope of this class that I won't actually be able to explain those things in details to you, but I have an inner circle. I have a class where I actually teach people how to trade in details, what you are supposed to know in the financial market, where I go in details. I teach people what is happening in the market. I'm going to be dropping my WhatsApp number below this video, where you chat me on WhatsApp and you join my inner circle. Just $1,000 and you'll be in my inner circle. I teach you everything that happens in the market. Briefly, let's go into this class. Now you have a liquidity here. You have a liquidity. This to the retail traders is support. This to the retail traders is the resistance. Now they have actually succeeded in piling you up. Now what do? As a market maker, somebody, you have to think as an institutional trader for you to succeed in this market. If you don't think from that perspective, then you become liquidity, and in the end you lose your money in the market. And when you sit, you begin to tell your friends that, man, forex is scam, bro. You didn't take your time to learn this market very well. Nothing like scam here. It's just that the market is booked on certain algorithms. There are micros and macros that actually books the market. For you to succeed in this market, you need to understand their footprint. These are the footprints of the institutions who controls the financial market. They run this market on their own. They run this market. They don't believe that you are there. You coming, who are you? How long have you been in the financial market for you to succeed in this market? They believe that this place is not for you. You are not supposed to be here. So it takes resilience, it takes patience, it takes consistency for you to succeed in this market. You have to have certain principles that guides you for you to succeed in the financial market. If you don't understand this, if you don't have principles, if you don't have do's and don'ts, things that indicators, not just indicators that come on the chart line, you have to have probabilities. You have to have a plan, a working plan that actually detects how you trade in the market, things that you see in the market, and then you know that, man, this is my time, this is when I'm supposed to enter the market or exit the market. You're supposed to have these principles that tells you, enter the market now, this is my confirmation, this and that, I have to enter now, I have to exit. You have to know when the bush is safe and when the bush is not safe. Just like the lion that controls the jungle, the lion is brave. Not that the lion is the strongest animal, per se, in the bush, in the jungle. But then the lion is clever to understand that now it's not safe for me to be in this terrain again. I have to leave, and the lion will always leave. That is why they call the lion the king of the jungle. For you to succeed in this space, there are many institutions who have billions of dollars. How much do you have? They can rig this market, but then there are certain algorithms that controls this market. You have to understand their footprint. You have to understand how these algorithms book this market, on what principles, on what probabilities. It is a forex is a game of probability. It's not a game of you coming, just coming. You wake up in the morning and you feel that, man, I have to trade today, I have to make money. There is money in this game. We've been making money here for some time. We make money, we enjoy this money, but then it took some of us years to learn this thing, to be consistent, to have principles, to have probabilities. Those things are the things that make you to last long in the market. If you don't have patience, if you are not consistent, if you don't give this your time, you will not succeed. Let's go into the chart. Now you have liquidity on both sides. You have liquidity on both sides. And like I used to tell you, there are 3 stages of the market. The market is booked on 3 stages. Let me go again. The market is booked on 3 stages. Stage 1 is this. This is stage 1. This is stage 1 on the chart. You have this as stage 1. That is 1. It will return. You have a pullback. You have a pullback. You have stage 2 in the market. Once you have stage 2, how do you know that this is stage 2? For you to know that the market is on stage 2, when you more 2 will form a consolidation. It will consolidate and then pull back to offer liquidity on the other side and offer liquidity. It is at stage 2 that they arrange you. The market maker piles you. They pile liquidity on both sides. You see it, bro? This is the shit we do here. This is what we do here. This is what we know. You have to wait. It's like laying ambush. Like I told you of a lion. The lion don't just come in and then strike. The lion will wait for its prey. The lion will lay ambush and wait for its prey. And once its prey comes, because his prey is coming, the lion is looking at, like, the lion is quietly, very organized, it has laid ambush already, waiting for its prey. It will be calculating every step its prey is taking, and once it comes, it strike once. Bro, you just have to come and do this shit once and leave. You don't have to stay long in this market. If you stay long in this market, you risk yourself. You open yourself to failure. You open yourself to the market hitting your stop loss or going against you. So this is level 2 of the trade. Like I said earlier, this is level 2. How do I know that it's level 2? Level 2 is at this point where the market will have to consolidate and return to liquidity, offer liquidity on both sides. That's level 2. Now you'll be waiting for the last stage of the market. How do you know that the last stage of the market has finished, that you are going to the last stage? And how do you know that this is the last stage of the market? Now, based on my principle, based on the principle onto which I trade, based on my trading style, based on my trading plan, I don't just hit the market. I wait for the market to come. Now listen, for me to wait for the market to come, I'll have a breaker. I'll have a breaker block. After I will look at the breaker block, manipulation. Under the manipulation, this is the manipulation stage of the market. This is the third stage of the market. But then there are some things I'll actually look at before I'll either enter the trade at this third stage, or I'll leave the market. There are things that if I don't see a breaker block, if I don't see an order block, inside this order block, I'll actually wait for the market. I'll still have to see a breaker, a fair value gap. There should be a fair value gap at the point immediate block, 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 block. Permit me to delete some of these things. This is an order block. This is another block that I'll actually have to look onto. When I see this other block, bro, I will just hit the market. Most of the times I have my style of trading it. I have the market, the market, the market, the market, the market gradually. But then I will still explain this thing to you on a daily. I will go to the 4 hours, I will go to the 1 hour time frame, I will go to 15 minutes, I will go to 5 minutes, I will go to 1 hour. The same probability, the same principle, the same thing, a continuous cycle. It happens on a lower time frame, it will happen on a bigger time frame too. What is happening on a lower time frame is going to be happening on a bigger time frame. So it's left for you to understand the time frame doesn't actually count, it's your principle that actually counts. Once you have this principle in place, once you have these probabilities, once you have your trading plan in play, you actually be successful in the market. Even if you succeed, even if you put up like 10 trades in a day, and your trading plan, you have a trading plan, your risk to reward on your trading plan is 1:3. Whenever you lose your trade, you lose 1% of your equity. Whenever you win a trade, your win rate will be 3%. What does it imply? What it implies is that if you do 10 trades in a day and you lose 6 trades, you lose 7 trades for that day. Just get this thing, get my analysis very well. If you have a risk to reward of 1:3, when you lose 1% of your equity. When you win 3% of your equity. What does it imply? And you are able to do 10 trades per day. If you do 10 trades per day and you lose 7 trades out of that trade, what it means is that you are losing 7% of your equity and you win 3% in a day. You will still be profitable. Let me explain it. If you win one trade, you win 3%, and you have 3 trades you have won 3 trades for the day. It implies that you have 9% of your equity, and you lose 7 trades per day. That is 7% of your equity. 9 minus 7, you still have a win trade. You'll be profitable for the day because you have 2% of your money in profit. That is what we do. Like I said earlier, trading is a game of probability, it's a game of numbers. It doesn't count how many trades you lose in a day. What actually matters is how are you losing. Do you lose professionally? Do you manage your equity in a manner that you lose and you understand that you are losing this trade, not just because you did the wrong thing, but because you actually did what you're supposed to do, but then the market did what it has actually wanted to do? That is it. You don't owe it. You cannot come into the chart and hold the chart. The thing is that if you have what works for you, you do it. Once it comes to you, you do it and leave the rest for the market. If it works for you, fine. If it doesn't work for you, you forget the shit and move on. Bro, let's go into the chart. Like I said earlier, I said I am looking for an order block. This is an order block. This is another block, bro. This is another block. This is another block. After the other block, I'm looking for a fair value gap. This is a fair value gap. Shit. I do this every day. I do this every day. After the fair value gap, I'm looking for 4 candles. 4 candles. This is 1. This is 2. This is 3. This is 4. This is precision. That's my trading plan. That's what I work on. Then I will relax and allow the market to do its thing. I will wait for the market to come and break this structure. I must wait for a break of a structure. What has happened now? The market has broken this structure. I'll wait for the market to return to what? This breaker. This breaker will create another block here. It's called a breakaway gap. I'll wait for the market to return to the breakaway gap. I'll have what to do. I can implement at this stage. This is what to do every day. The market will return to this place. Once it returns to this place, I will hit it as if tomorrow is not going to exist. This is what I do every day. I will hit it and put my stop loss here. So what am I risking? I'm risking here. I'm teaching you risk to reward at the same time. I'm teaching you how I implement my markets. I'm teaching you how to manage your trades. How do you know where the market is going? Once the market returns to this particular place, you take this particular order, you take this particular thing, you take this particular thing. We have something we call a measuring gap. Is here. This is a measuring gap. If you take this distance from here to here, you reverse it. It's the same thing with where the market reversed. This is it. This is where the market reversed. This is just the same thing. It happens like this every day. You do it on a standard deviation of 1:1. This is what I do. So in a layman's term, I am risking here, from here to here. This is what I'm risking. What is my risk to reward? Look at it, 1. Look at it, 2. Look at it, 3. Shit. This is precision. This is what I do every day. I don't just come into this chat and I begin to make noise. I begin to do anything, because I've seen before then. What I do is to mark up the previous London Asian highs and Asian lows. This is Asian high, this is Asian low. Where did the market manipulate? We call this power of 3. Power of 3. Where did it manipulated first? The place that the market goes first is my bias for the day. The place that the market goes first is my bias for the day. That's my bias for the day. That's the place I know that the market will be going. But then what do I do? Like my longer term bias. Recall that this is on a daily. This is on a daily. After this, I'll go into the charts. I'll explain everything in details. So guys, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel at Friday's Trades. I am one of the best financial analysts in Africa. I most of the times I'll come up and I'll bet. I say, if you know this market, if you're watching most of my videos on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, and you doubt most of the things I come to say in the market, I can bet you $10,000. I will put my $10,000 on the line. If what I tell you in the market is not what happens in the market, you go away with my $10,000. But if what I say is what happens in the market, I'll take your $10,000. And for some time now, nobody has actually been able to come up boldly and say, this is not it, that I'm lying. I can't lie. This is what I do every day. So guys, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hit the notification button so that whenever I post a new video, you actually see the video. You will be the first person to be notified. Like my video, share my video to help it reach more persons. Recall that I remain your best analyst, Friday's Trades. At Friday's Trades, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I also have an inner circle group where you actually hit me up in the WhatsApp. I'm going to be dropping my WhatsApp number below this video, where you chat me up on WhatsApp, and then you join my mentorship program where I hold your hand in details. I teach you what happens in the market. You see me trade every day. In my inner circle, I actually have an inner circle where I teach them every day. We do retrace. Not that I offer signal, but then as we're analyzing the market, if you want, you can enter the market. And a lot of my students have been very, very profitable. I have students in more than 16 countries in the world. I have more than 50 students all over that are actually profitable today. Many of them have actually done their funded account and are succeeding in it. So guys, let's go into the charts. This is the daily. Let me go in depth and analyze the market for you and tell you what happens in the market, and we'll end it there. Then I'll go to analyze Bitcoin for you. I recall that some time ago I told you that Bitcoin will be coming down to $44,000, and I've actually been mute on Bitcoin. I say it is only when Bitcoin comes to $44,000 that I'm going to be loading it. That's when the bull markets will start officially. If you doubt me, just hold it. 44,000, 43,000. That is when that is when the bull market will start. All those things that they tell you that BlackRock did this, that this and this, they have influence on the market, but then most of these financial institutions, most of these heavy hedge fund managers, institutional traders, they understand how this market is booked. The only thing is that they will use the news and manipulate you, make you to become liquidity, make you to load your money in the market. But then they understand where the market goes, and that is where I am actually willing to hold your hand and teach you, show you what happens, and show you what actually makes the market to move, and the principles onto which the market moves on. It doesn't do more than that. That's the only thing the market makers do. That's their footprint. They can't change it because you are aware of it. They can't go and change the algorithm because you've understood how the market books. No, you understand? They will actually move the way they want to move. So guys, let's go into the chart so that from there I'll actually I have some things to run on my own. I don't stay long in the market. You see, when you take this and take this, you measure from here. When you measure from here to here, briefly, let's do it so that you understand that the market is booked on certain algorithms. Let's go. This is the chart. This is the chart. This is the chart.
Like if I keep sending money for you as well. Service for it. I keep sending money.
This is the chart. If you take this in, this is what this is. If you take this thing and multiply it into 2, let's see. I want to prove to you that the market is booked on certain algorithms. I want to show you that the market is booked on certain algorithms, and it doesn't fail, it doesn't change, and the market will not change because you've known how the market is booked. It cannot change, bro. This is it. This is it. Let's duplicate this, and then think from there we'll move on. Yes, you see this is where it ended. This is where this thing ended. Let's see if we are able to get it where the market reversed. See that the market reversed exactly at this point. Why did it reverse there? There are some things that I cannot be able to explain to you. There are some things that I cannot. Now watch. It will, this place that this market reverse here, it will be exactly 50% of this. If you take this thing and divide it into 2, let's get the Fibonacci and divide it into 2. Sorry, let me get this Fibonacci. If you take this boss and divide it into 2, briefly, bro, have you seen it? Have you seen how the market is booked? This is, where is the 50% of this? This is 50%. Exactly at 50%, that is where the market reversed. This thing happens like this every time. It happens like this in the crypto market. It happens like this in gold. As you are trading gold, it will happen like this continuously. It's a continuous cycle. I know the secret of how this market is booked. I understand everything that runs in this market. I understand how it is booked. Those principles, I understand them. And is that same thing that I understand, I'm willing to reveal it to you. This is just a free class. There are some things that I'm seeing in this place that I may not be able to explain to you because this is a free YouTube class. If you want to know most of the things that happens in the market, just join my inner circle. I'm going to be dropping my WhatsApp number below this video. My inner circle is just $1,000 and you'll be in my inner circle. I'll hold your hand for 3 months. I will teach you everything you need to know in the financial market, all that is required to succeed in the market. That is what I'm going to teach you. So guys, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel at Friday Trades. Let's go briefly. let's go into the class. Let me extend the class again. I hope you are enjoying my class. If you are enjoying my class, just give me a thumbs up on the video. I want this video to hit 1000 likes between now and tomorrow. I want this video to hit 1000 likes on YouTube. If you like what I'm actually doing, you can support your boy. You can support me, not by giving me money. Support me by sharing this video. Support me by liking this video. Support me by letting some of your friends who will be interested in learning the financial market to subscribe to my inner circle, to subscribe to my channel, like my videos, share my videos, and I'm willing to help you go out of any financial stress that you may be passing through. You know, the world is actually going to face a lot. Like recently, if you follow me on some of my socials, like on Twitter, you see that I've actually been explaining what is going to happen in the stock market. That the stock market is going to fall. The stock market is going to fall. Just wait. You see what the Fed is actually doing. The Federal Reserve, they are tightening the world financial economy. They are saying they want to reduce interest rate. They want to cut down on interest rate. When they cut down on interest rate, the implication is that by September, when Fed will cut down on interest rate, the crypto market will begin to rally. The bond market will begin to rally, because and the stock market will fall. Why the stock market will fall is that when they cut down on interest rates, people will begin to move some of their, because if they cut down on interest rate, people will now have access to money, because the interest per capita, if you borrow money, the interest rate will be low. People will then carry their money and be able to put it on high risk assets like crypto, like bonds. Many people will exit the stock market because the stock market will fall. People will begin to risk their money. They will have lesser interest, so they can move their money into high risk assets like crypto, like bonds. That is why I'm telling you that by September the crypto market will start booming. That is when the said bull run will start. I will explain it when I come to Bitcoin. I will tell you what is happening and what will happen. Like last week, I was telling you that, man, throughout this week we're going to be having 4 on Bitcoin, and that is what actually happens. That is what actually happened. You see, I I don't just do this thing blindly. I do these things based on certain principles, certain indicators, certain realities, certain things that I see in the market. These are probabilities. These are things that I know. I've studied these things for years. I've put my life on limelight. I've actually put my life on the line for years now, studying this thing consistently, studying it without looking at anybody, because I actually know where I'm going. I actually know the kind of life I actually want to live, and I I've actually wanted to live the kind of life I'm living today, even though I've not actually entered in the kind of realm I want to be. But it's a starting point. You too can be like me. You too can live the kind of life you want to live. Have the kind of comfort you actually want to have. Live your life out of inflation. Not that every day you'll be struggling to make money. If you understand the principle of money, you understand that money is not something you actually get by stressing yourself. Most of the most successful people in the world today didn't actually get money by stressing themselves up. Money you run around and you struggle. You can only eat food without it. That shit you are doing. If you want to live a stress-free life, then you join the internet queue. You get a skill on the internet and actually do. Get a skill. I actually started as a software developer. I code artificial intelligence. I code the robots that actually trade. Briefly, let me tell you about my store on nqf5.com. I have one of the best forex trading EA robots. It's called Goat Scalper. It has actually made many people profitable. It trades based on my principle, this same principle. I built this robot based on this my trading plan. This robot can actually trade for you make you good money. I'm going to be dropping the link to the robot below this video. Just $200 per month. You rent my robot and try it. If you try it, if it works for you, fine. And I'm sure it's going to work for you because it has principles. The robot is built based on my risk management mechanism, my trading plan with consistency and all that you know that works in the market, that works for me. These principles I'm building on, I'm telling you of, they are the same thing that this robot works on. Now that the market has actually manipulated this place and manipulated down, you saw the manipulation down. What was the first place that the market went to? That's your bias. The market went up. That's the place that the market is going, and that is why the market has always been going up. Let's go. The same thing repeats every day. The same thing repeats every day. When the market was going, what was it doing? When the market was going up here, what was it doing? It created a breaker block. After the breaker block, the market will consolidate. This place that this market is consolidating is the half of this whole range. I have many I have many I have many principles that works in the market. These principles, just pick as you are watching my class, as you are watching my video. Once you watch my video, you become profitable. Once you watch my video and understand what I am doing, you become profitable because I have many principles. You can actually trade from here. This is an inversion fair value gap. Shit, there are some things that I'm beginning to explain here that I'm not supposed to explain to you because this is a free class. These are some of my secrets. This is an inversion fair value gap because if you take this gap, this is the fair value gap here. This is the fair value gap here. You see there is a gap. It's an inversion. This is it. The market created liquidity, created double top here. It came down to this place, created this inversion fair value gap, came and hold on top of it. You can enter your trade here. This could be your trading style. Came, broke it, created an inversion. This is an inversion. This is the fair value gap. From here to here is half of the whole range where the market is going. If you take it down, you see that it's the same thing. It's half of it. If you take it, come to this place, it's half of it. You can trade with this. This can be your trading plan. This can be what you wait for in the market. Whenever you don't see this, you don't enter the trade. Where is it returning to? It's returning to the breakaway gap. This is a breakaway gap. What has happened? I have another block theory too. Whenever I see another block in the market, I know that we have a manipulation. This is another block. This is another block. This is another block, bro. This is it. This is it. This is another block. This is the manipulation I'm waiting for. 3 candles. Shit. Where is it going to? It's going to the breaker block here. This is a measuring gap. Inside here you see another block before you manipulate. Coming to this structure, what happened? It came and broke here. It didn't return here again. So you can put up your trade here. This is it. This is your risk. This is your take profits. You can be using, I've explained like 3 of my 3 trading systems under this range. You can choose any one of them and still be profitable. This is what I do every day. This is not magic. This is not magic. Shit. This is not magic. It's just principle. It's just principle. It's just those things that I do every day. If you can be able to learn these things and be consistent with any one of these things, you just show onto the chart every day and you are waiting for the thing that you actually want to see in the market. You are waiting for it to show. Once the thing show, you enter the market. Once it comes to that particular point you don't understand again, you stay away from the market. Believe me, you'll be profitable. This is an inversion fair value gap. This is an inversion fair value gap, bro. This is it. You can do this consistently. This is how the market, watch how the market will react to this place. If it comes to this particular place, probably it will break it and come and hold. The same thing that happened here, to break it and come and hold. You can be waiting for this, and when it comes to this place, you know that what do you have? You have this is the measuring gap, this is the measurement. You come to this place, it will break and hold and reverse. You take the distance from here to here, or you can just take the distance from here to here, you put it on top of it. That's it. Where it's going is where the market is going to reverse. Standard deviation of 1 somewhere here is what the market does every day. You can be a profitable trader. This is on the daily time frame. Let's go to 1 hour. I've actually stayed long on this class, more than 40 minutes on this class. I think briefly go to 1 hour, and I get the hell out of there, get the fuck out of here, and we leave it. The same principle. This is an inversion gap. Set. This is a measuring gap. You take from here to here. It's the same thing to where that place is going. As if I know. It's just the same thing. Just this how the market is booked. This is how the market is booked. Anybody telling you that forex is scam, don't believe the person. The only thing is that the person didn't take his time to study how the market is booked, to learn the market. If you understand this thing and understand, even if you are not trading forex with this knowledge, just use it to trade crypto. Believe me, you make good money. You live a very comfortable life. You live a stress-free life where you don't have to struggle to make ends meet. Just know what you're supposed to do and do the right thing, and go and live your life comfortably. Now let's go. This is a 1 hour chart. Like I was explaining to you earlier on, I told you, like I know these things every day. It's the same thing. It's the same thing that is happening. You don't have to stress yourself to want to do this. It's just very simple. This is a breaker. This is a breaker block. This, you see that this low, this high is higher than this. It's a change in the state of delivery of the algorithm. That is what we call it. The market has actually offered buy side on its on its own. They want to make, just like, for instance, what do I call this? I can call this Judas swing. Just like when Judas wanted to sacrifice Jesus, he made Jesus to believe, even when Jesus was suspecting that somebody would give him up, he made Jesus to believe that he is the most trusted, his most trusted ally. In the end, he sacrificed him. The market makers actually want you to believe that they are with you. You are going up. You are going up with them. You are going up with them. But then in the real sense, they are Judas. They want you to believe that you are with them. Meanwhile, that they want to go up. They are moving. They want you to believe that they are going up. But in the real sense, it's not up, it's down that they are going. Now, what is happening? The market is a change, like I told you earlier, it's a change in the state of delivery of the algorithm. Now, like I told you earlier, I say, what do I look for? I look for the market to manipulate. Where has it manipulated? Look at liquidity here. This market has manipulated. The market has actually manipulated. This is a breaker. Since it has actually manipulated, what else do you want? This was low. This was the previous high. Now the market came and created a new high. As it has created a new high, it's a change in the state of delivery of the algorithm. You have an inversion. You have this is a breaker. This point, this is a breaker. This is a breaker. This is a breaker. Let me explain this to you. This is a breaker. This is a breaker. Like I told you, there are some things I will be expecting in the market. There are some things I should be looking up to. When the market wants to revise, I want to see the market manipulate. It has created a breaker block. It has manipulated down. I want to see the market create a fair value gap. This is a fair value gap. At this point, the market knows it has trapped people. It's not coming back to this place again. It's moving up. This is liquidity. This was liquidity. This market manipulated down. Where is it left to manipulate again? Is the upper side. It will manipulate. What again are you expecting? This now becomes an inversion fair value gap at this point. This fair value gap becomes an inversion on the other side. I don't want the market. I'll wait for the market to come and break it. This is it. This was the previous low. The market came and broke it, created a new low, right? The market, this was the previous low. The market came, broke this particular low. What happened? As it has broken this particular low, what do you have? You have liquidity here. You have an inversion fair value gap here. The market wanted to return again. It wanted to return. It failed to return to this place. Shit. You can enter this trade here. This is your first trade. You can put your stop loss above here. You can put your stop loss here. Nothing will make this market to come to this place again. It's a balance. It's a sell side, buy side balance liquidity. It has balanced it. It's not coming back again. You can enter your trade here. You come to this place, you have the same principle. This was a previous low. The market came to this place and broke it. Returning to this place, it failed to return up to this place. You can enter another trade here. The same principle, and put your stop loss here. The market came again, created a new low, came up to this place, failed to create this. The same principle. It's a continuous process and it keeps repeating itself like that. So guys, I think this is the end of this class. I have a mentorship program where I hold your hand and give you what happens in the market in details. All you need to know in the market is what I am supposed to teach you. Subscribe to my channel at Fridays Trades on YouTube, where I show up every day and give you free class for you to learn. My vision is to know, to know. Hold your hand, show you everything you're supposed to know in the market, so that together we can actually eradicate poverty from our society. Thank you. I love you and I care so much about you. Peace out.